Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, man, this is going to be a fun one tonight. Welcome back to the GospelStation.com Sports and Talk and GSN Sports and Talk on YouTube. It's been a long time coming, John, but we've made it. The state tournament is here. It's your Bethany Bronchos taking on the Douglass Trojans in the first round. Luke Young, John Hickman on the call with you tonight. John, how are we feeling for this matchup?
Super excited, Luke. The first time in the big new house. This is the OG&E Coliseum. It's looking pretty sweet here. They got more, the chairs are more comfortable. I'll give them that. The place is looking really nice. The arena, of course, is kind of in that changing point where the game before us, all the fans are exiting, and all the Douglass fans and the Bethany fans are entering in, getting the best seats available. We're going to be right by the Bethany crew is what it looks like. So, boy, it is elimination time. You win, you got a chance to keep chasing that gold ball. If not, you're going home. You can't be happy you just made it here. You got to go win this game to keep moving.
Oh, it's good to have some home side advantage for once. We've been on the away side for all our recent games, man. We're going to have the home crowd hyping us up for this one. We're going to hype them up. Hey, we're at the OG&E Coliseum, the brand new one here on the fairgrounds. It's Thursday, March 10th. We're running a little bit behind because of the storms that blew through the OKC area. But we want to thank you so much for tuning in to thegospelstation.com. This is going to be a fun one. The 25-6 Bethany Broncos on a 5-game winning streak made a tear through area out in Stroud, Oklahoma. They take on the number 1 seed, the Douglass Trojans.
And they're legit. Obviously, they're number 1 for a reason. So Bethany has their hands full. But, Luke, maybe as we talk about this game specifically, you never know. This will be the first time both these teams have played in this game, in this arena, and then Douglass has yet to have an elimination game feel, so they could have some jitters. I mean, they definitely come in as the favorite, but you don't know how they're going to play in this gym. It's as a shooter, it's a different vibe because you don't have like a wall right behind the basket. You've got a bunch of empty space, so shooters got to take a little bit of time to get used to that, get a feel. And then, of course, just the nerves of being at state, and especially when you're the favorite, maybe a little bit more weight to this game tonight.
Right, when you're the underdog, your back's against the wall anyway. You feel like you just leave it all out there on the floor, and what happens, right? Hey, we're live from the Ship It Sooner broadcast booth out here in Oklahoma City. Thanks so much to Ship It Sooner for their support of the stream all year long. Ship It Sooner's out at 210 North Mustang Mall Terrace. You got to call 405-256-6264 for Ship It Sooner. You can also go to the website, www.shipitsooner.com, locally owned business and a proud supporter of the GospelStation.com Sports and Talk. John, the game in front of us was Mount St. Mary and Catoosa. Mount St. Mary actually got a near 50-point win. They won 80-38. Can you believe that?
Yeah, when you said number 1 seed, Mount St. Mary said, wait a second, maybe that should be us. Well, they proved that they weren't shaken by this environment or the pressure. They came out firing. I think it was 28-1, Luke, at one point. 28-1. They came out on fire. And so maybe the tide will turn for us and we'll come out on fire. And I mean, 28-1? Can you imagine being up 28-1? I feel pretty comfortable at that point.
I would love that. And, hey, this Bethany team, Mount St. Mary, is actually a familiar opponent. We played them back in December. We got a 4-point victory on them, 61-57. Mount St. Mary is actually ranked number 6 in 4A at the end of the year. That's a team, who knows, we could see them again later on this bracket.
That's right. There's a lot could happen. I tell you what, my ADD brain's going crazy here. We're in the midst of the fans. There's a lot of chatting. There's a lot of pointing and picture taking. The environment here is really getting ramped up. Everyone knows how big a game this is. By the way, we're keeping our eye on the weather, and it looks like there's still another storm out there, but it should kind of miss our area, at least the rough part of it, because if you were in Bethany earlier, you heard those sirens going off. It was like they wouldn't stop, but everyone hopefully is okay. We got some hail. Luke, did you get any damage with that storm?
Thankfully, no damage, but I was right there in it with you. We saw the hail come down, and I do got to point this out, okay? It seems like the pressure is going to be on Douglass tonight because the only Chase Horsley is watching the broadcast.
The horseman is listening to us tonight, the one and only?
the one and only.
He's infamous in Bethany for sure.
Infamous is a good word for that.
Didn't go with famous, infamous.
Hey, some other people that are out here. I've actually seen Coach Manny Gonzalez up here. He's watching the game, so spoke to him pregame.
Love Coach Gonzo.
Love Coach Gonzo. Glad to see him out here. I know plenty of the Bethany faithful are out here supporting at the OG&E Coliseum. Yeah, it's as nice as everybody said it was. And, hey, one of our very own Dave Stiles down there running the music today.
Yes, it is. We should have some home cooking. We've got Mr. Dave on the ox, as the kids might say, tonight with the music. And we are right in the middle of a bunch of purple. They are filling the stands up. But you look over there to that Douglass side. They still got some fans here. And how many basketball players are on that court? Does it look like they've got 30 on the team?
They have a very large squad. They have a lot of guys they roll up to these games. They travel well.
They do. Now, some of them are obviously just friends and family, but they are out on that court helping them warm up.
I mean, that's the best thing you can possibly bring to a game like this, is friends and family that can take the court with you. Yeah, I'm seeing a lot of big names around OG&E Coliseum here tonight. This is the showstopper. This is prime time.
Yeah.
Everybody's showing out for this one.
That's right. The headliner. You put the headliner as the last game. This is the last game of the evening, and so we should have a dandy. Now, I am nervous, Luke. I'm not going to be honest. I'm not going to be honest. I guess I am going to be honest. I'm not going to lie. Here's the deal. We have a couple kind of common opponents. One of them, Ardmore, and they smoked Ardmore. We did not have the same result with Ardmore as Douglass did. So that one's kind of concerning. But yet the Blanchard opponent, that one's a little bit closer, and that one gives me hope.
You kind of have to go game by game, right? Any given night, anything can happen in high school basketball. And for those wondering the exact scores, Douglass beat Ardmore 77-47, but beat Blanchard only 40-34. And although our game was much closer against Ardmore, our line against Blanchard was 4 points, the exact same, or just about the exact same, I'll say. So, yeah, anything can happen tonight. These two teams have got to come out here and leave it all on the floor. And that's a good time to talk about the Coyote Paw and keys to the game, John. For this one, I know in my mind, you don't know what's going to happen tonight. You've got a strong opponent. You know that. They have some absolute dudes. I say keep this one within striking distance, win the battle on the boards, and as always, ball security are going to keep these things close. But as long as you're within range, within striking distance, right down to the buzzer, doesn't matter who leads 3 quarters, only matters who leads at the end of it all.
That's right. What gives me, what gives me great hope is in the area consolation championship game, that was an elimination game for Bethany. They faced this pressure. They knew if they did not win, their season was over. And they came out on fire. They were loose. They were confident. They shot the ball extremely well. And they took home a big victory to get to this point. So they faced the pressure, and they succeeded in the pressure. So hopefully they come out with that same mindset and shooting with that same confidence and ability they did last game.
Against Inola High, Bethany won 73-57. Against Weatherford, it was closer, 39-33, but they came back against OCS in the last game of area and won 61-53 to lead us to tonight. Bethany, Douglass in the first round of the state tournament right here on the GospelStation.com Sports and Talk. Well, I think it's time to turn it over to the floor. We're going to do starting lineups. Are we doing a national anthem, do you think, tonight?
Well, they're playing the Oklahoma song from the musical Oklahoma, so I don't, and everyone's kind of standing up and cheering like it is the national anthem, so I'm not sure if they're going to do that or not.
Well, we'll send it to a quick break no matter what. We'll be back after this. Thanks for watching the GospelStation.com Sports and Talk.
At the home of the Gotta Have It, you'll find Apple Tree Antique Gallery, located in the heart of downtown Bethany at 6740 Northwest 39th Expressway. Enjoy spacious shopping with up to 77 unique vendors across more than 10,000 square feet, offering everything from jewelry and clothing to one-of-a-kind treasures and so much more. Don't miss our third Friday weekend specials every month. And yes, we're open Sundays. Call us at 495-0602. Apple Tree Antique Gallery in Bethany, home of the Gotta Have It.
Step up to the next level at Coyote Pond, home with a $20 FFL transfer. Coyote Pond at 5804 Northwest 63rd and MacArthur makes the difference in customer service with the selection of just about everything with top dollar loans and rock bottom prices. Locally owned and operated, Coyote Pond is the destination headquarters for Bethany, Yukon, and Oklahoma City, and the home of the $20 FFL transfers. Call 405-470-7999 or go to coyotepond.com. That's 405-470-7999 and coyotepond.com. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back. We're getting into starting lineups here. Bethany announced first. We're the away team. Douglass will be home. For Bethany, it's the tried and true starting five of Denton Jaggers, Jagger Weaver, Seth Griner, Breck Brady, and Malachi Chapman. And now for the home team. Number 1, Kingston Hall, the first starter announced. He's followed up by number 3, Matty House. Now try Trips Harris.
6'3", senior number 5, Zua Kikpopa.
Zua Kikpopa, I believe is how you say that.
Number 13, Jamel Morris.
And Jamel Morris. So there's your starters for both squads.
Now that I've got my bearings, Luke, I want to mention that for Bethany, this is a whole new starting five. Last year, there were 5 seniors that took this team to state. This year, it's a whole new starting five with only really one of the starters getting minutes last year, and that's Denton Jaggers. But boy, they came together quickly over the season, have played great team basketball, and have earned their spot here at state playing these Trojans tonight.
All right, well, here we go. So number 43, Chris Harris, going to be the one heading out to the logo to jump against the one, the only Breck Brady. And it's rare to see many players taller than Breck Brady and Denton Jaggers, but Douglass has a couple.
Yeah, Harris has got an inch or two on the 6'6" Brady. Be a big battle in the post.
Jumps
Brady
up.
wins it, though.
A little bit of maybe a hesitation move to bat that one away. So here's Denton Jaggers in the Bethany offense. Jaggers immediately blitzes to the right all the way to the baseline. Stops on a dime, gives it to cutting Brady. Brady's up and underneath. Puts up their shot, and that's shot number 1 and make number 1 for Breck Brady.
He got fouled, too. No call. Quick 3.
Douglass just launching that. Weaver comes down with a defensive rebound. Weaver looking up floor. A couple good passes. Chapman to Griner. Midair. Griner's got 2.
Can't start much better than that. Take 2 shots. Make them both.
That's going to force Douglass to slow down here as Bethany has come out of the gates hot.
A zone, too. They are shocking Douglass because they have shown man only.
Douglass goes all the way down to the baseline. The shot's up and no good. No one comes down with the rebound. It's going to be the last touch by Breck Brady as it goes out of bounds.
Good call. That was off Breck, just trying to fight for that rebound. Douglass gets another opportunity.
Looks like it was Jamel Morris who went up for the shot and couldn't come down with anything. Bounce pass on the inbounds. Brady got the block on it, and Chapman comes away with basketball.
Very fortunate. That was a great inbounds play. Douglass couldn't convert.
Jaggers on the other end of the floor to the free throw line. Now to the left block. Kicks it back out to Chapman on the left wing. He steps inside the line, puts up the mid-range jumper. No good. Douglass has the rebound. There's the first miss of the night for the Bethany Broncos, but pretty good when it's the third shot you take it.
Yeah, and a great look from Chapman. He pump fake, got the defender up in the air, got to the mid-range, just a little back iron.
House, number 3, one of the key players to watch out for here for Douglass. He's got it top of the key, working to his right now. He gets the pass off to Kingston Hall. Kingston Hall for 3, no good. Jaggers has the rebound.
This is unique to see Bethany in a zone defense. They're daring them to shoot.
Denton Jaggers, left hand all the way to the glass, just couldn't get the finish on the lay. Douglass comes back the other way, looking up to the right side of the floor. They go all the way down to the corner. A handoff, Matty House, and he's got the first points of the night for Douglass.
Got to watch House, standout player for the Trojans.
Matty House was their key player against their comeback win for Blanchard. He led the team to, I believe, a 20-point comeback with incredible defense. Jaggers gets a call in from the bench. He stands beyond the right wing. Now he works back towards the logo at the middle of the floor. Jaggers crossover move has Griner come out to set a pick for him. Now goes with the bounce pass to the corner. Here's Chapman looking down low, hits Brady. Brady one-on-one, trying to go up underneath, all the way around the baseline, reverse layup, and he's got it.
Big time move against a taller player. Harris all over Brady, but he used the rim to his advantage, went under and put it off the glass.
That is a veteran move from a sophomore. Douglass down 6-3. They get a call from their bench themselves. Here's Monty House, the ball handler at the logo. He has Kingston Hall to his right. That's where he goes. Hall working on Seth Griner. He'll look right but fire down low. He was trying to get it to Chris Harris, but it's off the tips of Harris and into the hands of Seth. Here comes Griner back the other way. Sees Chapman on the right side. Chapman with the shot fake. Now he gets to the baseline. Spinning. Hits Brady. Brady with the fake to his left. Spinning. Left-handed finish at the glass. No good. Griner trying to fight for the rebound. Let's see who this is out off of. And it's going with Douglass.
Love the hustle there, fighting for the rebound. Great move, first off, by Brady. Just didn't convert, but he has been very aggressive on the offensive end. We've talked about it this season. Griner's a great rebounder from the guard position. He just couldn't control that one before he went out of bounds.
5 minutes left to play in the first. Already 3 minutes have come off of this quarter. 6-3 it remains for the Bethany Broncos. Monty House with the lob down low. He was trying to go to number 5, Zua Kibaka. Douglass has ball back after an offensive rebound, so here's House out again.
Jaggers did a great job tipping that alley-oop pass out.
House, left hand, step back, wanted the shot, couldn't get it. Here's Hall now on the other end of the floor, going back to his left. Weaver gets in the way of a pass and knocks it out of bounds. And it's off of House for the turnover. Excellent heads-up defense by Jagger Weaver.
Our player of the game last time against OCS, he was in that passing lane. Douglass tried to make a pass through him, and it went out of bounds.
4:30 left to go in the first, still 6-3. Bethany trying to extend that lead into 2 possessions. Brady pulls up from the right wing. He wants a 3. No good. Coming down for the rebound was number 5, Kabaka.
Probably not the wisest shot for Brady. He's played really well so far. Maybe kind of a heat check moment, but that was from distance, and he hasn't done great from there this season.
There's a lob down low for Douglass. They kick it back out beyond the line. To try it again is Monty House. No good from 3, and Weaver has the rebound. 2 defensive rebounds for Jagger Weaver, and he's also getting involved in the passing game. Here's Weaver back out high to Brady. Brady stands at the top of the key, goes back left side. Then Jaggers for 3. Left wing, and he's got it.
There's the senior.
9-3, 3:45 left to play in the first. House and Douglass behind early. Now down to 3:40. Hall looking cross court. Jaggers a little bit of chaos. Douglass able to come down with it. They go all the way to the baseline. There's a kick back out to the left wing. They'll try a 3 in response. No good for Hall, and Brady comes down for the rebound. Brady to Chapman, a bounce pass back to 2-4. Now he goes over to Weaver on the left wing. Bounce pass to the corner. Jaggers will try another 3. No good on that one from the left corner. And Morris has the rebound. Morris on the other end, working one-on-one on Griner, pulls up from the middle of the floor. His shot no good. In and out, but Brady gets the defensive board once again.
Brady being a beast on the rebounding side of things, getting his, I believe, maybe 4th rebound.
Jaggers with the bounce pass to Chapman to get this offense started. He's going to go right side back to Brady. He's out beyond the wing, but he'll give it back up to 1 at the middle of the floor. Jaggers fakes a shot, goes down low to a cutting Brady. Brady in trouble on the left block, got his pocket pick. That's number 5, Zuo Kibaka, coming away with the steal.
He didn't see the double team coming, came from behind, ripped him.
Douglass stuck at 3 points throughout this entire first, now under 2:40 left to play in the quarter. House at the logo, gets the call in from the bench once more. Looks to his left, he wants to direct traffic in the lane. It's Morris he's trying to get. Finally, they get the communication and run their play, but it's going to be a timeout from Douglass. They didn't like what they were seeing.
I love what Coach Holliday has done going to zone. I don't think Douglass was prepared for this because primarily we've seen a man-to-man defense from Bethany all season.
Hey, I am a fan of how this game is looking so far. I'm right there with you, and I think all the Bethany fans in attendance are as well. Before we go to break, congratulations to the Bethany Broncos girls and boys teams for their run through the playoffs from Craig Thomas DVM, proud supporters of the Bethany High School Broncos. We'll be back after break.
Have you ever wondered where so many of those customers go after getting stiffed at car repair places or trying to sell them repairs they don't need on their car? Hey, they go to Cherokee Hills Automotive at 6822 Northwest 63rd between Rockwell and MacArthur, building a strong resume of comeback customers since 1983, using tools of integrity. Call Cherokee Hills Automotive today, 405-721-2023. That's 405-721-2023 for an appointment, where hometown friendly honest service lives at Cherokee Hills Automotive, 6822 Northwest 63rd between Rockwell and MacArthur.
So I'm told Bethany's very own Rylan Ortiz is doing his mascot duties somewhere here tonight, so we got to keep an eye out for him.
Yeah.
Try to get him on the mic. Yeah, or maybe we'll just critique his mascot performance, one or the other. Coming back out of timeout, 2:24 left to go in the first quarter. Bethany leads over Douglass 9-3. Douglass does have ball. Now, John, coming out of a timeout, what do you think head coach Steven Alexander said to the Trojans?
Yeah, I'm sure Coach Alexander settled them down, tried to communicate to them that, hey, we're the favorite here. Play our game. Get ready.
House looking to the free throw line. An extra pass to the corner. Here's Kabaka. His three, good from the left corner. Well, I'd say that works well for their game. 9-6, 2 minutes left to play. Kiefer and Neal and Brobston all on the floor now.
So in that timeout, they also set up a press. And that has caused Coach Holliday to now call timeout to say, let's talk about it. Even though they were about to beat it, but he called the timeout first.
Well, that's part of the chess match here between the coaches tonight. When you need to take a break, how you're going to respond to opposing defenses. It's going to be a fun thing to watch throughout our four quarters. Thanks to Victory Mattress Outlet. They hosted our coaches show with women's head coach Eric Saylor just recently. Victory Mattress Outlet, 7101 Northwest Expressway in Suite 610. Can't thank them enough for their support of the stream. And, John, we're staying here right now. So you mentioned it, but a quick switch to the press. Now, Bethany's defense had given Douglass trouble. Do you think that's Douglass taking a page out of Bethany's books, trying to flip the table on them there?
Yeah, it was a perfect time. Coach Alexander got that timeout, and so in that break, he set that up, said, hey, we're going to go hit this three, and as soon as we make one, we're going to set up in the press. So if they make a shot, that's probably what they're going to go to. If they keep missing, of course, they'll probably stay in their man-to-man defense. They back out of it here. So I like that, too, because Coach Holliday just drew up something, and he said, nah, we're not going to do it. But they have switched to a trapping zone.
Neal hasn't. He's in trouble. He was wrapped up with number 5, Zua Kaboka, and there's a jump ball called actually here.
Yeah, I disagree with that call. Neal was using a rip move with the basketball, moving it around, and there was a lot of arm contact, but the ref's going to call it a jump ball.
A lucky break for Douglass there. 9-6. They do still trail by 3, but now a chance to tie it. Here's Hall looking to his left, and number 2, Snelly. Snelly down low. Hits Morris. Morris back out beyond the line. No shot taken from Hall. He's going to the right. There's a handoff. Kiefer was working on, let's see, I believe that was Monty House.
Yeah, called a blocking foul on Kiefer, which can be okay. It was the correct call. Just got to call it on both ends.
So Kiefer takes his first personal. That's also the first team foul for the Broncos here in the first. High inbounds going to the top of the key. House fakes a shot, goes left side, gets to the wing, but he's matched up on Neal, who plays him close. Bounce pass to the corner. Now it's Brobson's turn to defend against Snelly. Snelly to the free throw line, back out beyond. Here's the drive from Kaboka. Pulls up for the mid-range jumper. No good. Brobson has the defensive board.
Brobson had the sky for that. Good job getting up there in the amongst the trees and pulling that rebound down.
Kiefer now on the floor. He'll be the primary ball handler. Working to his left, now back to his right. Got to the free throw line with a kick to the corner. Brobson brings it back out with a handoff to number 0. Kiefer all the way to the baseline. Tries the same reverse layup, but his no good. Douglass still down 3. A kick to the corner for themselves. Kaboka from the right corner knocks down a 3.
He's been their shooter tonight. He's been the zone buster. Douglass has needed 2 threes back-to-back for Douglass.
9-9, 40 seconds left to play in the first, and you have to imagine Bethany wants to be last possession. But a batted ball, nearly a steal, and Douglass is going to come away with it. A fast break, 2-on-3 on the other end, going up to the rim, and blocked is number 1, Kingston Hall by Denton Jaggers.
What a block by Jaggers. He pinned that sucker against the backboard. Kiefer, okay, so a couple of our youngins are having some turnovers. They're going to have to settle down here.
Into the game, number 15, Ramon Hines for Douglass, and Weaver back in the game for Bethany. 21.2 left to go in the first. Score still 9-9.
Neal, a sophomore. Kiefer, a junior. Kind of Wyatt just came back. Wyatt Kiefer right at playoffs. So this is all kind of inexperienced, but getting crucial minutes here.
Right, because now we're at that point where that pressure is only building. Here's Douglass trying to be the last possession. 2 seconds left to shoot. House takes it from the left wing, but he can't get it to go. So we'll head to the break tied 9-9.
Yeah, and if you're Bethany, you might not be happy about that. In control of the game, up 9-3 most of the quarter, can't add to it, and then a couple threes from Douglass ties this thing up.
I feel like you kind of saw the strengths of both squads right there in just that quarter. Douglass, the kind of team that can hang with anybody, but Bethany, when they get hot, they get hot. We're going to break. Thanks to Hoop OKC for their support of the stream. Hoop OKC does birthdays, parties, events, and corporate gatherings with their arcade basketball trailer that you can call out to the entire OKC area. For Hoop OKC, call 405-448-0099. We'll be back in just a few, folks.
Stephanie's Vintique and the Plaster Paint Company is all Oklahoma made at 3821 Asbury in Bethany, featuring vintage, chalk paint, antiques, clothing, vegan soaps and lotion, homemade cards, decor, and furniture. And space is available for rent to start your own business at Stephanie's Vintique and Plaster Paint Company. Call 405-249-3604 and see why people are coming from all over the metro for this paint and decor. Or you can visit us at theplasterpaintcompany.com and also see us on Facebook. Stephanie's Vintique and Plaster Paint Company in Bethany. Start your Vintique experience.
Well, we're coming out of break here. Getting ready for quarter number 2. 9-9 after the end of the first. 8 minutes back on the clock. On the floor right now for the Broncos, you'll see Weaver, Kiefer, Jaggers, Brady, and Brobson.
You know, Kiefer's going to keep getting some run here, and we're going to need him to kind of settle down into this game. The pressure from Douglass is ramped up.
All right, Bethany has ball first. It's going to be Denton Jaggers flying to the rim, but I think they're going to hit him with a charge. Jaggers takes his first personal foul. And really early on, that's the first team foul here in the second.
We'll be watching what Coach Holliday, if he stays in this zone. It's been somewhat successful. Now, Douglass caught fire there at the end of the first. It looks like he's going to stay in this 2-3 look.
Monty House brings it up the floor, looking to his right, but they're going to go back to House. House back to Snelly, with a quick look to the bench, now goes down low. An immediate feedback out to Snelly, drives with the right hand. Once inside the line, he gives it up to number 15, Hines, all the way around the perimeter, down to the left corner. Here's the drive. Gaboka tries to put up the shot, gets it ripped away by Brett Brady. Kiefer looking up the floor, hits Brobson, right back to number 0. Kiefer will back it off. Here's Kiefer to his left, a handoff to Jaggers. Jaggers might try to drive again. This time a bounce pass to Brobson. He puts up the catch and shoot 3. No good from the right wing.
I'm okay with that shot. Just a little short. You got to get used to this arena.
Douglass is going to slow things down on their side of the floor. You can tell they're looking down low. Now there's the give. It's Hines underneath. His ball hits the bottom of the backboard. We'll credit Kiefer with a rebound on that one. Kiefer again to Brobson on the other end. He dribbles left hand into the lane, puts up the right-handed finish, but it's just off the front of the rim. Douglass going for the rebound. They can't bring it in. Out on the white jerseys.
This is such an interesting test, you know, for Bethany and these high school kids in such a pressure environment to see how they do so far, playing really well.
Quick whistle as there appears to be a foul underneath the bucket. That's going on number 5, Zuo Kaboka. He was working on Rhett Brobson right there and looked like he was really having trouble keeping Brobson behind him. Bethany gets another chance to inbounds. Here's Kiefer. Looking out high, gets it in safely to Weaver. Weaver backs up against Hines, goes left side to Chapman. Now over to the wing with Kiefer. Kiefer looking to Brady down low. He goes with the swing pass to 2-4, swatted out of the air and stolen away by Monty House, the star defender for Douglass. House, left hand, all the way into the lane. Euro step, layups up and no good.
Wow, surprised to see him miss an open look. I think he was surprised how everyone left.
Brady end-to-end, right-handed finish, drew the foul. 6:19 on the clock.
I'll tell you one sophomore who has not been phased by the pressure at all, and that is Brett Brady. He is playing so well, under great composure, takes that fast break pass, gets pushed in the back, going to the line.
Brady shooting the first free throws of the game for both squads. He lines up his first and lets it fly. No good on that one, a little bit too strong.
Coach Holliday's going to bring back in Griner for Kiefer. I think that's a great move. Griner was very steady in that first quarter. Kiefer's going to be needed. I think he was just a little too amped and had a couple turnovers. Hopefully Seth can get everyone settled back in.
Brady takes his time, and now he lets his second go and can't hit that one either. An 0 for trip from the line. Score remains tied 9-9, and Douglass knows it, so they're going to try to press the advantage and break this deadlock. Snelly to the left. Here's Kaboka. Brings it back out towards the top of the floor, directing traffic. Wants Isaac Dorsey to clear out of the way. As a couple white jerseys come up to meet him, there's a handoff to Snelly. Bethany's still in their zone here, John. Let's see how Douglass approaches it. Weaver over to the corner against Dorsey. He feeds down low. Here's a turn and shoot for Jamel Morris. Morris's mid-range, no good. Brady gets the rebound and tries to get the pass to Brobson, but it was deflected by Douglass.
How big has Brett Brady been on the boards so far? Just another huge rebound. He was falling out of bounds. He threw it to Brobson, and thankfully Douglass hit it out of bounds.
Yeah, I mean, I was talking about Breck Brady with the guys next to us at the broadcast booth, man. Not an upperclassman, but he is stronger than everybody. Here's a whistle blown, and it looks like they're going to call a backcourt violation against Bethany. It was knocked.
No, it's a foul.
It's a foul. It's a foul.
Yeah, it was a foul on the Trojans. That was Dorsey on Griner, and he kept pushing him with his body, and the ref saw it.
I thought that was weird because the Bethany fans had a big reaction like that was against us. Griner working to his left, now matched up against Isaac Dorsey. Goes to Weaver on the right wing. Weaver back to Griner and goes right past the hands of number 5.
Yeah, let him a little bit too much. Turnover on Bethany. Jaggers coming in for Brobston. So the starting lineup is back out there for our Broncos.
5:27 left to go in the first half. Still tied 9-9. Douglass again with another chance to break it. They've got, if I'm not mistaken, one player on the floor right now that has scored any points, and that's number 5, Zua Kaboka.
And he's got 6 of them.
Douglass has on the right wing, holding it in place at the OSSAA logo. Now they go all the way to the left. It's in the hands of Kaboka. He's going to bring it back towards the top. Dorsey all the way around. Nothing opens up. Now Douglass fakes the drive. They come back out. All with a handoff to Snelly. Snelly over to number 15, Hines, and we go all the way back to the right wing. Now here's Weaver getting the steal. On the fast break, he's going to back this one off, give it to Denton Jaggers. I think the right decision from Weaver there. Jaggers steps up to the right wing and bounce pass to the corner. Griner gets swarmed, and his pass picked off in turn, but Jaggers gets the steal before the ball even gets beyond half court. A handoff to Chapman. He has space. Yes! Left wing, consistent for Malachi Chapman.
A little helter-skelter there ends up in the hands of Chapman, who drains the 3.
That is ridiculous. How many turnovers, how many steals did you just see right there? 3? So now it's Bethany to break the deadlock and go back up by 3, 12-9 with 4:20 left to go in the second quarter. On the drive, it's Isaac Dorsey. Puts up the shot, no good, well off to the left, and Jaggers has the defensive board. Denton Jaggers works up the floor against Dorsey. In trouble with the left hand, able to get a tough pass off to Chapman. Chapman's cross-court swing knocked out of bounds by Kingston Hall.
Got to settle down here. You want a good shot at the rim. Some substitutions coming in for Douglass, but Bethany's got a chance here. They're kind of they look winded, Luke. They're kind of grabbing the shorts. They're going to have to get it together here and finish this quarter strong.
Griner takes the inbounds, but is immediately poked out by Zua Kaboka. And yeah, you might be right about that one. We kind of saw it against OCS, actually. Oklahoma Christian School got very out of breath against Bethany in the area consolation championship. Bethany is such a high-intensity team that they built that up over the year. Jaggers to his left, stops on a dime, a handoff to Griner. Griner a pass to the right corner for Weaver. Weaver takes one dribble, looking for somewhere to go. Wants the lob to Brady. Brady gets hit from behind, and it's once again knocked out of bounds by Douglass.
Yeah, great help defense from Morris for Douglass. He saw his teammate fronting Brady, came from behind to knock that entry pass out.
So here's an inbounds attempt once more, this time on the baseline. Griner will be the one to throw it in. He goes with the lob to Brady. Brady brings it down, bounces once, 4 people on him, got his own rebound. He tries the putback, and he's fouled on it.
Brady had an 0 for 2 trip last time. Needs to knock at least one of these down.
12-9 again, 3:39 now left in the second. Brady, the only player on the floor to have taken any free throws, I believe. He'll line up his first. See what he's got on this one. It's up and flew true. Brady 1 of 3 from the line. On the other end of the floor, all the black jerseys have backed off. They were getting talked to by head coach Josh Holliday. Got to see what they bring up right here, and Brady knocks them both down.
Great job from the young fella to step up there and drain both after missing 2.
14-9, the Bethany lead is 5. Douglass going to act to the left side of the floor. They've had a little bit of success there. Now back up towards the top. We got on the wing with Kaboka, and he sees nothing, so he gives it up to House. House now down to the right corner. There's a feed inside, given right back to the corner. All the way along the baseline, that was Jamel Morris trying to make something happen. Now Morris gets it backing up against Breck Brady, and 1 for Jamel Morris. He went left side on Brady there.
First 2 points for Douglass in this period. Brady looked like to be in good position. It felt like his arm was straight up. Officials saw it differently, and 1 opportunity.
14-11. On the scoreboard, the giant board above us here in OG&E Coliseum, it says 14 fouls on Douglass. The and 1 is made by Jamel Morris. Only 2 on Bethany.
He made the free throw that gives him an opportunity to set up a press.
And it looks like that's what they're going to do here. Personnel being switched around. Looks like a sub came on for Monty House. We'll call that up in a second. Bethany to bring it up the floor against the press. They're going to go right line with Chapman. He goes with the cross-court pass to Weaver. Now looking to the right corner. Got through the hands of Jaggers, but he picks it up in time. Back out high to Griner. Now back to number 1. He goes with the feed down low. Here's Brady. Right side. Goes up for the glass. Shot no good. Fighting for the rebound still, but Douglass comes down with it. The Trojans with a crossover move on the other way. Feed it to the right corner. That's number 2, Trevor Snelly. He gives it up inside. This has been their in-out offense all day. Kingston Hall on the drive, and there's a foul. Let's see if this is on the shot or on the floor.
It's on the floor, and I agree with him on this one. It's on Griner. Little body contact. I know our Bethany faithful don't like that one, but correct call.
Yeah, I don't think Breck Brady liked it either. He threw his hands up in the air pretty quick after that whistle. Back in the game, number 3, Monty House. Inbounds play here for Douglass. They have 4 players on every corner of the box. Now they move. 2 along the baseline. 1 stays at the free throw line. 1 comes down to the block. It's number 13, Jamel Morris, but it's going to be an offensive foul on Morris trying to get past Brady.
Yeah, they called the hook. You don't see that a lot. The Trojan hooked Brady with his right arm as he went by him. Ref saw it, called it.
2:44 left to play in this quarter. Bethany lead is 2, 14-12. 5 team fouls on Douglass. Bethany will be in the bonus for the remainder of this half.
Ooh.
Griner to his right. There's Weaver. Ooh, that was dangerous by Weaver, and they saw it. He tried to get the pass and dribble at the same time, just got away from it.
Yeah, and that almost happened to Griner, too. They had handled the press pretty well so far, but then that time Douglass did force a turnover.
Yeah, when you're faced with a press like that, you got to have intent with your passes. You got to be decisive. You don't have that even split second to hesitate on the decision. Douglass will make you pay for it. The Trojans still down 2. They're going to go to the right side in front of the Bethany bench. There's a feed down low, a cross-court pass from them, targeting Xavion Bates, who's now in the game. Bates to House all the way around. It's back in the hands of Morris. Morris steps up to the right side of the line, goes to the block and spins, lost the dribble. Griner gets the steal. Jaggers able to pick it up after a scramble, but his pass stolen away by Morris in turn. A lot of contact under the bucket. Holiday animated, and it looks like it's going to be a foul on Griner.
Yeah, he was animated towards Seth. It was a frustrating play. Bethany gets the steal. We turn it right back over. Seth's trying to fight back for the ball, but he's called for the foul.
You got to keep it under wraps, or you got to be smart. Intense, but smart.
My Coach Holiday doesn't like that. That's 2 on Griner. 1 more, and he's going to the bench.
House has on the right wing. Now you hear the applause from the Bethany fans. They feed down low to Jamel Morris, and he's got another and 1.
That's a tough one.
Yeah. That is tough because that ties this game up and gives Douglass a chance to take a lead with under 2 minutes left in the half. That's the second personal on Denton Jaggers.
Boy, that's a you don't want him in foul trouble. Kiefer's going to come in for Griner. Griner's got that 2. There's 2 minutes left to go before half. Really would like to see Kiefer get settled into this game.
1:59, 14-14. Here's the free throw by Morris. He has 5, trying to make it 6. Shots up, and that one good. He will break the deadlock once more, 15-14. Kiefer back in the game for the Broncos. He's matched up on number 2, Trevor Snelly. Blows past him with the left. Hand off to Chapman beyond the line. Chapman doesn't get the shot. Snelly stayed with him well. Euro step, looking down low for Jaggers, and going to be out on the Broncos. Pass gets past number 1.
Chapman was trying to find Jaggers in the post. Entry pass, not where Jaggers wasn't expecting it, went out of bounds.
So far, John, this quarter, even less than the first, a 6-5 second quarter.
Well, you remember when Douglass was stuck on 9, and now they've got the lead at 15.
Monty House brings up the floor again, gets the call in from Coach Anderson on the bench. He's going to go to his right with Snelly. Snelly steps up to the right wing, gives the dump inside. They go to Morris. Morris likes to kick it out beyond the wing on this one. Goes with a risky jump pass, but Snelly brings it down. Now back to House on the right wing. Jab step to his right and a bounce pass to the corner. No 3 taken. Couple crossover moves, once in between the leg, and Douglass brings it back out to the logo. The defense holds for the Bethany Broncos. Snelly has the ball well beyond the left wing. He goes out to House. House is the guy they want to initiate the offense, that's for sure.
I think Coach Alexander wants the last shot. There's 1 minute left before half, and he's letting them kill the clock.
We've seen this so many times this year. A remnant of a fading era, if you will. Shot clock comes next season. Me personally, I think that will be a good change, but here's Douglass to make the move. Right side back up to House. House has Weaver and Kiefer on him. Now he drives. Monty House trying to get to the rim. A jump pass to the corner. Here's Snelly along the baseline. Nothing going. The pass goes through House's hands behind him.
I should have just tried to kill the clock. It ended up being a turnover, and now Bethany can take the lead before half. I'm sure Coach Holliday is saying 1. As Luke mentioned, next year, shot clock era in Oklahoma high school basketball is going to be very different. Going to be much needed, though.
Well, I mean, you play with it at every level but this one pretty much, or not younger. You got to get used to it. Kiefer to bring it up the floor with 35 seconds left to play. He runs into 2 defenders, gets a pass off to Weaver. Weaver dribbles once, back to Kiefer on the right wing. He dribbles through 2, gets all the way to the lane, goes with the floater, and drew the foul. Oh, is it offensive here? Yep, it is.
Yeah, that they're speeding up the pace for Bethany, and they've got guys open because they're trapping them, which leaves a couple players open, but the pace is a little too frantic for some of our guys right now, and it's leading to turnovers instead of good passes for layups.
Trying not to let the game speed up on you, as John has said, is such an integral part of this high-level basketball competition. They've got to find a way to settle in here. Maybe that halftime break will be what does it for them. 20 seconds left to go. 15-14. The number 1 seed Douglass leads over the Broncos. House, the ball handler, stands at the logo. 10 seconds now left to go. He'll start to make his move. Going left hand, directing traffic, wants the one-on-one against Weaver. Now going right hand to the top of the key. A pass to the corner. It's a contested shot from Zua Kiboka, and his 3 no good.
Great stop for Bethany. A 3 there would have put it to a 4-point game. You're happy to go in just down 1.
I would absolutely agree with you, John. It goes back to our Coyote Pond keys of the game, keeping this one close. It doesn't matter who leads in each individual quarter. It only matters who leads after the end of the 4th. We're going to the Blake Nightingale halftime show. Thanks to everybody who has tuned in so far. But first, Toro Taxes at 5909 Northwest Expressway in Suite 249 is a proud supporter of Bethany High Athletics. For Toro Taxes, call 580-275-8933. Can't thank Toro Taxes enough for their support. You might hear more about them at some upcoming baseball and soccer games, so stay tuned for that.
Hello again, everyone. We're back here on the main street of America in Oklahoma City, back at one of our favorite places, State Farm Insurance, Blake Nightingale. Blake, how are you doing today, sir?
I'm doing great. It's a beautiful spring day here in Oklahoma City, and so excited for all the upcoming things coming our way. So
that's right. It's even still February, and we're in spring. I love Oklahoma.
It feels like spring.
That's right. Well, I tell you what, speaking of spring, want to talk again about the weather coming up. I mean, we got to think about our roofs, our property with the storms that move in.
Yeah.
What kind of insurance can you help people with?
Yeah, the number one claim that most Oklahomans deal with is the hail storms, right? And the wind and tornadoes and all that kind of stuff. And so no better time than right now to start preparing for the spring season. And so what does that look like? Just make sure you're reviewing your policies, make sure you know what coverage you have. And most importantly, making sure that you've got the right person to take care of you.
And you are it. And that's the thing I like too, is I always hear this on TV sometimes when I watch, is call us at 1-800, but you have no idea who these people are.
Yeah.
Right here, people come in and talk to you, and your staff is excellent.
Yeah.
So tell us about that. Why is that advantage?
Yeah, I love having 6 people here. The number one thing I love about it is that you can call and you can talk to the same person over and over. And most people, insurance is an afterthought until you got that question. And you don't want to be on hold for 30 minutes trying to talk to somebody that doesn't know you. We know you personally. We know your story. And that's what we take pride in, is taking care of you and knowing who you are.
Very good. Well, I have a couple of questions. Number one question, we were talking about the spring. Should people look at the roofs before the weather hits? Should they even look at it, get some kind of knowledge of how the roof looks? What should they do to prepare?
Yeah, a couple of things I think that are very important as we go into the spring season. One is to get your roof checked. A lot of roofing companies will do it for free. I think another thing to do is go ahead and do a video inventory of all your stuff. So what I just tell people is take a video, go each room to room, and that way if there's ever a catastrophic event, you know exactly what you have, so you don't have to think about it in that time. And then the most important thing is know your deductibles, know your coverage. Make sure you have full replacement costs, and make sure you know what the out-of-pocket expenses look like, so you can prepare so that whenever something does happen, and hopefully we have a lighter season this year in Oklahoma, but that's
Absolutely.
not likely, obviously. But again, you know what you have, and that's the most important thing I tell people. So.
Yeah, the pre-maintenance helps cut down the panic when something does happen.
Yeah, absolutely. And just obviously, knowing what to expect and making sure you've got a plan in place. And so, with all these storms that come through, those out-of-state roofers start coming in. And,
Yes.
And it just builds a lot of anxiety with people. And so knowing ahead of time and having a plan in place is the best way to go about it. So.
Do roofers and insurance companies like State Farm, do they ever work with roofers? Do you ever recommend a roofer, or you can't do that?
Yeah, so there's a lot of roofers that we've dealt with and that are great. I would just tell you go local. If they're knocking on your door, then chances are they're out of state, and that can get you some concerns. And so I would say choose local and choose who you trust, and usually they'll take care of you. So.
All right, I had this question come up, and I wanted to ask you about it. Business insurance. People are in an office building. They're wanting to move furniture or move stuff in.
Yep.
And the building management says, do you have insurance? What if somebody busts out the door, out the glass window you go through, the door window?
Yep.
Tell us about why it's wise to have insurance in your office building, and how does that safeguard you?
Yeah, so we insure, a lot of times State Farm people only think about auto and home. And we insure business, life insurance, health insurance. And so when it comes to business specifically, one of the biggest things is making sure you protect your personal property. Theft and water damage tend to be, larger claims for people. But it is always important when you're dealing with a business entity that you have the ability to maybe be sued or liability concerns, that you have coverage in place for that. And so that's, again, why we love having 6 people here. We're a knowledgeable resource. We love to take care of customers and help in all their needs. We kind of view ourselves as a one-stop shop, and we'll take care of all the insurance needs you might have. So.
Well, knowledge also helps wisdom, and having the wisdom to do something about it, because I'm one of these that put it off and say, I should have done it already.
Yeah, exactly.
And I did see that recently where some people were moving out. They were moving out of the building, and somehow or another, you know how Murphy's Law works, they busted a window.
Yeah.
Totally by accident, but they did it. And that's why it's important to have insurance in there.
Yeah, well, at the end of the day, insurance, most people, it's not on top of mind until a claim happens. And then it's like, what did I get myself into? That's why we're here to help. We want to make sure we foresee the future and what could happen and make sure you're protected. And you can call us or text us anytime. And that number is 405-728-1313. And we would love to be a resource for you.
And once you tell us your address and any other final words you'll say before we cut and get back where we're at.
Yeah, so we're located here off of Northwest Expressway, 7304, Northwest Expressway here in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. And again, like I said, text or call. The biggest thing that I tell you going into the spring, doesn't hurt to shop, doesn't hurt to make sure you've got the right coverage in place, and we would love to be a resource for you. So.
And I might add that, Blake, you're a family man. You know what it's like to raise a family and take your kids places and just all of that. So you're very knowledgeable and have empathy toward families that are needing to get insurance to take care of them.
Yeah, we love to hear the personal story of each one of you, and we love to take care of you and help in any way we can.
Well, thank you, Blake. Thanks for sponsoring all of our sports and Bethany High School and all that we do.
Yeah.
We appreciate all you do, Blake.
Yep. Thanks. Go Broncos.
And we welcome you back to the OG&E Coliseum here at the State Fairgrounds in the center of Oklahoma City, the heart, if you will. It's the state tournament. Your Bethany Broncos taking on the Douglass Trojans in the primetime matchup, as I like to call it. Hey, we're having a fun one here tonight. Luke Young, John Hickman, thank you for joining us. But first, at halftime, we do have to give one more shout-out to Craig Thomas, DVM, proud supporters of the Bethany community, because they want to wish both the men's and the women's team a huge congratulations for successful years and runs through the playoffs. And they really did blow expectations out of the water this year, John.
Yeah, we should mention our girls' team. The Lady Broncos did so well this season. They did lose in the area consolation championship to Weatherford in a tough battle. I mean, that was the third time they had played Weatherford, beat them the first time, should have beat them the second time, but Daisha Givens was just a star on that in that third game and pulled away. But nonetheless, our Lady Broncos exceeded expectations and played really, really good basketball.
Hey, and speaking of the Lady Broncos,
I'm saying hi to one right now.
They're down there supporting the men's team, showing up for the squad mates, if you will. Hey,
They are here.
Go ahead.
Yeah, they're here. Allie Lynn was just saying hi to us, and they're all kind of congregating there. They're good cheerleaders. Now they're all kind of looking right now. We'll have to give a shout-out to them. There's Reese Harris, Cameron Donnelly. There's Cameron Regier as well, so good to see them.
I think the entire team is. Are we going to go through them one by one?
How did they know we were talking about them? Their ears started itching or nose twitching or something. But
we weren't being very obvious about it.
I know, and we kind of point at them, but they're all staring right now. That's for sure.
Hey, at halftime, Douglass leads over your Bethany Broncos 15-14. But John, it's been a very defensive battle so far. After a 9-9 first quarter, it was a 6-5 second quarter in favor of the Trojans. Maybe not the game we were expecting, but I can't say I'm surprised.
Yeah, and it's not been all nerves. Definitely, that's been some of it. We've got some high school kids here that are in a heavy pressure situation, and they feel it. They know. They all want that gold ball. They want to keep advancing in this tournament. And so the pressure's there, but the defense from both teams was outstanding. Bethany kind of switched things up from their kind of MO. They went to a zone, and I think Douglass maybe wasn't expecting that, or Coach Holliday just knew that Douglass wasn't going to have as much success. Now, if I am Coach Holliday, I might throw a wrench here and come out in a man, because they had to have been talking about a zone at halftime. Coach Alexander had to have been preaching how they're going to bust up this zone. You start in man, and then maybe you go back to it. However, it was successful, so maybe Coach Holliday just stays with it. But Brett Brady was outstanding. He had 5 boards and 6 points. Got to keep feeding him. It's just a man-to-man defense from Douglass. But they're high pressure, great athletes, and then the press that they implemented caused a couple turnovers. A couple of our guys got a little sloppy with the ball, and now we got a 1-point game.
It's when the game sped up on them a little bit. Douglass found their footing, kind of found their own rhythm. But now you've gotten this halftime break. We're ready to come back out on the floor, ready to see how this Broncos squad answers.
Yeah, Douglass was only 2 out of 10 from 2. They were 3 out of 9 from 3. And so you kind of take that if you're Bethany. That's what you want. But we didn't do a whole lot better. We were 3 out of 11 from 2 land and 2 out of 5. So somebody's offense is going to get going. Let's see which one it will be.
The 25-6 Bethany Broncos are on a 5-game win streak. The 17-6 Douglass Trojans are on a 5-game win streak themselves. One of them is going to end here tonight. Douglass has ball first as we get ready for the third. Buddy House back on the floor, and he's going to immediately run the Douglass offense to the left side of the floor as they've done so many times. Here he comes back over to the middle. Got to the free throw line with a between the legs move. Now they give it back out to him beyond the line. Here's number 2, Trevor Snelly, off the pass for 3. No good from the right wing, and Brady has another defensive board to kick this thing off.
Yeah, give 6 rebounds for Brady, but it was the zone, and it caused a 3-pointer off, and Douglass still struggling.
Den Jaggers a crossover move himself. Got all the way into the lane with the left side. Lost the dribble, so he dribbles once and gives it off to Breck Brady. Brady along the baseline, spins, goes up under 2 defenders. Breck Brady.
That's a man's post move right there. You know, a lot of high school kids, they just want to be out behind the 3-point line. That is great footwork in the paint, and 2 for Brady.
16-15, 7-12 left to play in the third. Now on the right side, it's Snell. He's going to go back out high to House. Now back to number 2, and they go back and forth. House is a player they're going to want to get started here very, very quickly. Kingston Hall now on the left wing. He sees nothing open up either. The zone from Bethany doing well. House now makes his move. Right hand to the side of the lane. Gives a dump pass out to the corner. Kiboka sees nothing. He brings it out to the wing, now back up high and all the way around the world.
This has thrown the Trojans off. I am so surprised. They look like they have no offense against this zone, and the Bethany faithful realize it.
They definitely prepared for a man defense. They definitely watched the man defense film. Still Douglass going around the perimeter, seeing nothing open up. They have one man in the paint, just haven't found a way to get it to him. Jamel Morris matched up on Breck Brady, but the zone with the help there is offering no passing lanes.
This is beautiful for Bethany because it slows this game down.
Hall has an opening. He sends it to the corner. The shot's taken from number 5, Zua Kiboka, and it's no good. Credit it, another rebound. Chapman on the other end of the floor, going from the left side, backs down one defender, pulls back from the mid-range jumper, a little bit off the mark, but Brady has the offensive board. Bethany fans want a foul. He goes up with the fadeaway shot against 2. Friendly roll, and Brady's got it. 7
rebounds for the big fella.
Crazy. That's a crazy shot right there. He's a crazy man.
10.7 boards. He's playing some ball.
18-15, 5:46 left to go in the third. The white jerseys on the left side of the floor go with the bounce pass down low to Morris. Morris gets to the left block. His shot's up, no good. On the fight for the rebound, Griner comes away with ball. That's Seth Griner's first rebound. He's looking at the floor. Here's Denton Jaggers from the right side all the way to the baseline, and a foul on Douglass.
That's a good call. They had been kind of calling that an offensive foul. There's been 2 charges picked up from Bethany. That time they saw the defender moving on Jagger. So it's not on the shot, but it stays with Bethany.
5:32 left to go in the third quarter. First team foul on Douglass. Again, the score 18-15. Chapman to inbound. He's going to look to the near corner. There's Weaver on the far side. Couple of bounce passes around and finds Brady once again. Backs down the big man on the right block. His shot's up. Bethany wants another foul call, but they're not going to get it. The defense holds from Chris Harris.
Coach Alexander yelling for his team to pick up the pace, but Bethany gets back and they have no number, so they pull it out and have to face this zone.
Morris has it, working underneath the bucket with the left hand, and there's a travel on Morris as he was along the baseline trying to go up underneath Breck Brady.
It was another hook play, too. Douglass fortunate, no offensive foul was called, but now they're going to set up in the press with that, with the play stopped.
Chapman takes the inbounds. He and Griner go up the floor against this press. Griner tries to feed a pass through the middle, but it's stolen away by Douglass. Here's House. Pulls up just beyond the free throw line, gives it back out from straight away. Keeson Hall can't hit the 3. Griner coming down with a rebound. There's a whistle blown.
Griner's going to get another rebound here, and then he's fouled and brought to the ground. But Douglass is going to set up in this press. They've had a couple of forced turnovers here the last times they've used it, so Bethany's got to get this ball across the timeline and move it.
Now, one thing I love about these kind of state tournament games is they get everybody involved, no matter the age group, no matter where you're from. They've got middle school kids out here mopping up the floors just to do something to help out the game and the flow of it. And that's always awesome to see. Griner on the inbounds is a bounce pass to Weaver. He's trapped in the far corner but gets across court to Chapman. Chapman brings it up the court uncontested. Sees Brady ahead of him. That's where he goes. Brady 2 dribbles into the lane. Lost the dribble. Taken away by Douglass. Kingston Hall back on the other end. Looking to his left. That was Snelly. Snelly's cross court pass to Hines and back to number 3, House. House jump stop. Puts up the shot with the left hand. No good. White jersey is fighting for the rebound. No one comes down with it. One player goes down to the ground, and it's a travel on Ramon Hines.
Griner and Weaver fighting for it with Hines, and he goes to the ground without being touched, and so that's a travel.
I'm told this is the 5th straight year for Douglass at the state tournament. They lost last year after a chance to three-peat to defending state champs Crossings Christian, but they did win in 23 and 24. I believe the Bethany Broncos, this is their 2nd in a row. Weaver launches a 3 from the right wing. He's no good for that shot. And Douglass trying to get the rebound. They will come down with it. Here's number 13, Jamel Morris. On the fast break on the other end. Got it poked out by Chapman. How about the defense from number 25?
Those little things make a huge difference. It was a layup for Douglass, but Chapman hustles back. He just gets a finger on it. Ball's loose, and then it hits Douglass in the hands and then out of bounds. Bethany basketball.
That's all you need. That's all you need. Just, as John said, the little things. The stuff that doesn't show up necessarily in the stat sheet. Chapman, a bounce pass to the middle of the floor. Hits Jaggers. Jaggers over to Weaver, running up the left side. Weaver with the bounce pass down low to Brady. Brady dribbles twice, now 3 times. Spins with the left hand. Goes up for the shot. He's fouled.
Easy call, too. Harris just hugged him on the way. There's a little touchy-feely there. Brady gets to shoot, too.
Brady back at the line. He's been the only Bethany Bronco to shoot some free throws. After that foul on Harris, that's the third team foul on Douglass. 4 minutes left to play in this quarter. There are no team fouls on the Bethany Broncos. Brady knocks down his first free throw, nothing but net.
After missing his first two, he's got 3 in a row.
I guess it's as you said, John, just needed to see it a couple of times, get used to the environment. Brady now for his next. Trying to make it another 2-2 trip. It's up and good.
Little run here from Bethany. It's a 6-0 run. Douglass yet to score in the third.
And they know it, so they're going to take a timeout. 20-15 going into time. 3:54 left to play in the third. The Broncos lead. I like the way this one is turning. I like it a lot. Thanks to Ship It Sooner back out in Mustang. Again, 210 North Mustang Mall Terrace. They work with all major carriers, UPS, FedEx, USPS, to help ensure your packages are delivered and handled safely. We're back after this commercial break. Don't go anywhere.
Ship It Sooner at 210 North Mustang Mall Terrace is your packaging and shipping headquarters for Mustang and the surrounding area, using all major carriers. Sign up now for your private mailbox and enjoy the benefits a post office box does not offer. Faxing, printing, copies, notary service, and passport photos. Ship It Sooner is locally owned and operated. Call 405-256-6264 or go to shipitsooner.com.
Out of timeout, John, the pressure really feels like it's on Douglass here in the third quarter to find an answer to what the Broncos have brought to the floor.
They have not found an answer. So, yes, absolutely, the pressure is squarely on the Trojans.
And this is a Douglass team who has held the number 1 spot in the class for a little bit now. Monty House steps inside the line on the right side, but he's going to bring it back out to Hall. A couple quick passes around the perimeter. Now we go back to the right side with Kingston Hall. He's got Weaver come out to meet him. And we're back to the pass game around the perimeter for the Douglass Trojans. Now they've gotten a lot of success off of threes. Here's a feed inside to Morris. Morris with a hook pass at the corner. On the drive is House. And he goes up with a lot of contact, but he walked first.
Both teams had 8 turnovers in the first half, but in this third quarter, Douglass is struggling keeping up with this basketball.
They're not backing off the pressure, though. It's still this full-court press. Kiefer tied up in the corner, but he's able to get a bounce pass to Weaver. Cross-court to Chapman. Now Chapman slings one ahead, but it's picked off on a fast break. The other way, Morris one-on-one and one? They're hitting Weaver with the foul here. And what do you think about that one, John?
It's a tough call. He swiped at the ball. I thought he missed. Maybe he caught a little bit of his arm. He looked kind of surprised. But when an official's trailing after a turnover and you see a player swipe, it's kind of easy to blow that whistle. So he makes the layup and now at the free throw line.
Morris can't hit the and one. And Brady comes down with the rebound. Immediately hit from behind, though. Douglass able to steal it away, but it's still a scramble for it. Finally, House comes away with a little bit of consistency, and Douglass restarts the offense.
It's exactly what Douglass wanted, just to get a fast break layup, and now they have the ball again.
That's a momentum swing. 20-17, Douglass only down 3. They go to Morris along the baseline. He brings it back out to House. Now back to Morris. Nothing opens up from beyond the perimeter. They're going to have to drive. Bethany is not letting the 3 go. We'll see what the Trojans go for. There's the inbounds. Morris trying to go up, got it knocked away. Kiefer has ball. Kiefer, a bounce pass ahead. Den Jaggers with 4 defenders on him, a jump pass to Brady. Brady has 2 on him, trying to go up, got the dribble off. Let's see what the whistle is, and it's just going to be a foul on Douglass.
You were right. There were 4 on Jaggers, and they were trying to steal that. He had enough presence to get it to Brady, where the only other Douglass Trojan was who fouled Brady.
Sounds like the foul went on. Did you hear that? Was it Ramon Hines, I believe they said? Brady on his free throw off the front of the rim.
I think that one was due to fatigue. He's been running up and down this court. Settle down here, take a breath, knock this one down, young fella.
Brady in the first half, one of 2 players that never came off the floor. It was him and Jagger Weaver. Brady on his second, got that one. He's 5 of 8 from the line. 21-17, Bethany out by 4 for the final 2.5 here in the third quarter. Trevor Snelly looking to his left. House, catch and shoot from the left wing. High arcing shot, good for Monty House. 21-20. Again, maybe a momentum swing on the fast break. Here's Weaver to bring it up the floor. Backs down one defender, goes to Chapman, now down to the corner for Kiefer. Kiefer brings it back out high, got a soft screen from Den Jaggers. Douglass kind of in a man, a bounce pass to Brady. He goes all the way to the rim, and a whistle blown.
Great job from Brady. He's been catching it at the block. This time he was more at the elbow and immediately turned to drive, took the bump. He's living at this line now. But that three from House, or who hit the three?
No, it was House.
It was House, yeah. House, he's that shot's been there. If he gets aggressive with it and knocks it down consistently, that could be a zone buster.
Brady knocks down his first free throw this trip to the line. And I got to say, with a minute 55 left, Brady has 14 points, trying to make it 15, and by my count, 8 rebounds. Well on his way to another double-double. 22-20, a free throw pending. Bethany will be in the modus for the remaining 2 minutes. Brady shoots. No good. Off the front of the rim again. Make that 6 of 10. With a minute 50, Douglass now slows it down. There's a call from the head coach. They feed it back to House, who thought about the shot, but he thinks better. House down to the corner with Hall. Hall brings it back out front. A minute 37. House with the bounce pass to the right side. There's Snelly. Snelly looking down to the corner. The Bethany zone defense has not changed. Now House drives 2 steps and left-handed layup. No good. A whistle was blown. Looks like it's going to be out on Douglass here. No fouls, it says. Just out of bounds.
I think the ball was loose. House regained control of it, but was on the end line.
No, there's a lot of sports going on right now. As I was driving up to the Coliseum, looks like we're having a timeout taken from the Bethany Broncos. And as I was driving up to the Coliseum, I think there was a livestock show going on the other end of this thing.
Speaking of livestock, the Bronchos here.
He is. Are we supposed to say who is in the...
I mean, he's been on the broadcast before and has let the cat out of the bag or the horse out of the barn.
Yeah, I mean, surely people know by now.
Yeah, I would think so.
Anyways, Rylan Ortiz is inside the arena. Shout out Rylan. We're going to go to a quick break. Thanks to Simplify Tech Solutions for their support of the broadcast. Simplify Tech at 4221 North MacArthur Boulevard is your go-to place for all tech support. Wi-Fi, computer systems, management, repair, he does it all. Eric at Simplify Tech Solutions, 4221 North MacArthur Boulevard.
John Campbell is your local health market agent that specializes in Medicare. Instead of talking through an 800 number, talk face-to-face with your local agent, John Campbell, to answer all your questions and find the company that best fits your needs. John Campbell Health Market serves Yukon, Bethany, and the surrounding area and will travel across the state of Oklahoma to meet with you. Call John Campbell Health Markets at 405-200-8414. Call 405-200-8414.
As we bring you back out of timeout, 22-20, Bethany leads over the Douglass Trojans. For this final 90 seconds, John, Bethany will be in the bonus, and if there was any time to take advantage of that, it feels like now.
Yeah, with a minute 27 just to get back to that line, but first they're going to have to handle this press. Coach Holliday had the timeout to kind of figure things out. Douglass remains in it. It's kind of a triangle type of look, a 1-2, and then you've got 2 back. There's a little argument here with Coach Alexander. I think he was trying to get a sub in, and they did not come to the scorer's table, and so they're not allowing the substitution to happen.
Let's see, who are they trying to switch in? It looked like they were trying to get Ramon Hines in the game, but they're going to have to run with Isaac Dorsey for a little bit.
Yeah, now the sub's going to wait, but it's almost a turnover. Is it going to be? It is. All that, and it didn't even work out for Bethany.
Kiefer tried to get that ball before it rolled out of bounds, was just half a step too late. And again, another best-case scenario for Douglass here. 4 players around the perimeter on this inbounds, 2 set a screen at the free throw line. Frees up no one, but finally the ball goes into the left wing. It's Trevor Snelly. Snelly out high, Kaboka back on the floor. He's going to go over to House on the right side. 1:15 left to go. The ball fed around wing to wing. Now it's on the left. A bounce pass down low. Weaver ties it up, but can't get it away from number 13, Jamel Morris. House has on the right wing. There's the inlet pass to Morris. He thinks about it. Now he goes into the lane, puts up the shot with the right hand, and he's good over both Jaggers and Brady. Under a minute left to play. One more inbound here for the Bethany Broncos. Immediately tied up in the corner is Jagger Weaver. He goes in between the legs of the defender to get the pass to Kiefer. Here's a fast break. 1-on-1. Brady on the other end. Going up against Morris. Backs him down and puts it up for 2.
Morris tried to flop. Ref wisely withheld blowing that whistle on that one.
How about the in-between-the-legs pass from Jagger Weaver there?
He was trying to throw it off of him. It was fortunate he got the nutmeg.
No. That was on purpose. That was on purpose.
I'm pretty sure I know it wasn't.
23 seconds left to play. Douglass back to holding on. Again, they want to be last possession of the quarter. Down 2, they have a chance to take the lead. It's Morris on the drive, right-handed spin, and he puts it up for another and 1. And now it's Brady's turn to be confused and astounded.
That's the correct call. I mean, they've called it on the other end. Brady did take a swipe at the block shot. Morris hung on, made the bucket with the harm.
Well, Morris has nearly single-handedly kept Douglass in this game with the free throw. He is at 13 now. No one else, I believe, has double digits or maybe anything close. 25-24 after the and 1. 13.6. The inbounds goes to Kiefer. He goes back to Weaver along the baseline. Bounce pass to number 0. He goes up the left. Kiefer with the left hand all the way to the front of the line, but he's going to back it off and go out to Weaver. 5 seconds left to work with. Kiefer on the left wing against Snelly. Gets to the baseline. Fadeaway jumper. Oh, unfriendly roll for Wyatt Kiefer.
So what Douglass just found out, when they can set up in their press, they are causing fits for Bethany. Bethany's going to have to take this break in between the quarter, get it all squared away, because we got a ball game, folks.
Going down to the wire once more. Where would you rather be on your Saturday night? Thanks to Aloha Shaved Ice, 8000 Northwest 39th Expressway back in Bethany. They've got year-round shaved ice service in a variety of flavors, including a little bit of local flair with flavors like the Bethany Broncos, the SNU Crimson Storm, the SU Eagles, and even Boomer Sooner. Thanks so much to Aloha Shaved Ice. 8 minutes going back on the clock when we return from break.
Nobody gives you more. We have great news for you today, folks. Toro Taxes at 5909 Northwest Expressway, Suite 249 can help with all your tax refund needs. Toro Taxes specializes in helping our community get the maximal refund possible, and their team of experienced tax professionals guarantees reliable, efficient, personalized services. Call 580-275-8933 and talk to Toro. 100% secure digital and in-person processes with services in both English and Spanish. Schedule your appointment today and let the experts handle your tax return. 5909 Northwest Expressway, Suite 249. Call 580-275-8933. Don't leave money on the table. Toro Taxes.
Congratulations to the Bethany Broncos for their incredible run through this 2026 season. Best wishes from Craig Thomas, DVM, proud supporters of the Bethany community. All right, we've made it to the fourth, John. 25-24, Douglass leads by 1.
Yeah, Luke, Bethany scored 10 in that third, or should I say Brady scored 10. He scored all of Bethany's points. Going to need a helper
Jaggers,
in this fourth quarter.
Oh, another jump ball here. So that was Jaggers bringing up the right side of the floor. He was immediately pressed by 2 defenders. I thought they might hit Douglass for a foul there, but it's just going to be a jump. So now even on the half-court defense, Douglass still working with the trap. All right, here we go. The Trojans on the right side of the floor. This is number 2, Trevor Snelly, to bring it up to the middle. He hits Weaver in the mouth, now goes right side. Weaver stunned but not out. Coming back up is Jamel Morris. He sees nothing, so he gives it to House. 3-on-3. House gets a screen, gets to the free throw line, sees no shot, jump pass back out. Weaver, after taking that shot, playing some pretty great defense. House has it, top of the floor. Goes back to the right for Snelly. Snelly nearly steps into a 3, but he gives it back up to number 3. Now here's House on the left side, down to the corner. A baseline drive. The shot's up and no good. Brady comes down with the rebound. He gets out to Weaver, and Bethany going the other way. In trouble at half court. Chapman gets out of it. Kiefer brings it up with the left hand, looking to Chapman in the left corner. He takes a couple dribbles along the baseline, jump pass back out. Then Jaggers doesn't take the 3 from straight away. Instead, he goes right side to Weaver. Weaver down to the baseline on the right block. Needs to go somewhere, hits Brady in front of him. Brady with the handoff to Kiefer. Kiefer backs down the man to the lane, but backs out away from the shot. Now Chapman has it on the left wing. 2 steps in a drive. Oh, and they're hitting Chapman with a travel here. I don't know about that one. I thought that would have been a around the back foul. I don't know about that one, John. I thought he took 2 clean steps.
Yeah, it's either he lost the ball or it's a foul. There wasn't a travel.
6:45 now left to go in the fourth. Still 25-24. Douglass leads. Kuboka back in the game. He's a lights-out shooter if he can get going. Douglass maybe looking for him here.
Douglass standing around a lot. Not a lot of movement against this zone currently.
Kuboka has it, right wing, going down low to Morris. Morris gets to the lane. Left hand jump stop, goes back out. No shot taken from Kuboka, and you can see the frustration on the Douglass bench right now. Morris takes it back, left block, but he sees no shot. A quick handoff to Trevor Snelly. Snelly's pass is nearly intercepted, but they're able to get out to Hall. Hall with the feet down low, blocked by Brady.
A great look. Did they call a foul?
They called a foul.
Oh. I thought that was a clean send out of this building by Brady on House.
Yeah, I hate to use the term bailed out, but we've seen that a couple to potentially bailed out. 6:08, House heads to the line. That's not on House personally, just the whistle not going Bethany's way.
House is an outstanding player. You can just tell he hasn't been able to get a lot of scoring going yet, but you can tell he's a player, except if you watch that first free throw because it barely caught iron. Almost an air ball.
So a couple subs come on for both sides. Rhett Brobson in the game for the Bethany Broncos.
Well, I laugh not at House, but more my pumping him up, and then that one was really bad. But I do think this kid's a player.
Well, that's just Castor's curse.
That's right. I like it.
Number 12, Isaac Dorsey back in the game for Douglass. The second free throw. That one good for House. He goes 1 of 2.
See, I should have talked more about how awesome he is.
26-24, 6 minutes left to play in the game. Griner in trouble, hit from behind. Bethany fans want the foul call. He's going to with the jump pass to Brobson on the left side. Brobson will bring it past half court. Hit from behind, lost the dribble, and there's the foul. Douglass would have had a fast break.
I don't know if House can dunk, but that he would have tried to send it to the house.
See what you did there? I didn't see who the foul was assessed to, so we'll see if anything changes. Might have been number 1, Kingston Hall. Either way, Bethany has ball. One team foul on both sides. 5:55 left to play in the fourth.
Down 2 in the fourth, so every possession matters for Bethany.
Kiefer, long pass to Griner on the left wing. Griner brings it back out to the middle of the floor, jump pass to Kiefer. Kiefer brings it down. Douglass still coming out in the man. There's the trap. Risky bounce pass to Griner. He gives it right back to the cutting Kiefer. Kiefer pulls up from the left side for the mid-range jumper, and Kiefer's got his first points of the game, and they couldn't have come up at a better time.
I love that. I mean, he just shot that with confidence. It was kind of a relocation play. He gave it up, relocated, caught it, shot it, money.
26-26, 5:20 left to go. Douglass trying to slow things down. House with a crossover move, trying to get to his left. Runs into a brick wall right there, so he backs it back out to the logo. Now House looking to his right. Here's number 12, Isaac Dorsey. Dorsey doesn't take the shot. Douglass feeds it all the way to the corner. Baseline move. Robson gets there to play some defense. Unfriendly roll. And Brady comes down with the defensive rebound. And he's fouled as number 2, Trevor Snelly, was trying to get a rip.
Are you surprised that Harris doesn't play as much? I mean, Harris is just a big body, maybe not as skilled as some of the other Trojans, but you think his size maybe could help keep Brady off. But Brady's been getting so many rebounds, got another one there.
I have to imagine it's the foul game. I have to imagine Coach Anderson on that side thinks fouls are what's going to win this, some free throws. Griner dribbles back to his right, a lob to the middle of the floor, stolen away. Here's number 23, Caden Winston. No good. Excuse me, that was number 13, Jamel Morris. I saw the wrong 3 number there.
Yeah, Morris was a free safety, picked off Griner's pass. Griner tried to take a charge, but they're going to call it a blocking foul. Not on the shot. Douglass retains possession.
2 team fouls on both sides, 4:47 left to go. Brady has 16 points. Every other Bronco on the floor currently does have points at their name, though Brady is by far the team's highest. On the right side is Kuboka. He has a Griner kind of eyeing him. Now he goes back to the left side. A bounce pass down low, trying to get to Morris. Morris has it up and underneath.
And one?
Oh, wow. On who? Not Brady this time.
I did not see that one.
Has to be on Chapman, right? It's got to be.
Must have. We're trying to listen here.
They don't say who the foul's on. It's got to be Chapman.
They do have 3 fouls on Brady.
No, but I didn't have a foul on Chapman either. A missed free throw, and the putback is good. That's number 5, Zuo Kigboka, going up on the right side, and Douglass up by 4.
Could have been a foul there, no call.
Kiefer blows past a couple defenders, went for the lob for Brady, and the charge on Kiefer. And Holiday, once again, intense, I guess is the right word, on the sideline.
Tough call. Bethany breaks the press. Kiefer's kind of on this 2-1. House takes the bump as Kiefer tries to lob it up to Brady, and they're going to call a charge as he passed it. Oh, and Coach Holiday is just outraged, and I think rightfully so, is right there by the Bethany bench. You know, by the way, Kiefer's the only Bronco to score in the second half besides Brett Brady.
Yeah, I would be outraged too. It feels like every single whistle right there was something against Bethany, whether it was deserved or not. And it's always tough in a game like this, especially when that happens. But as we go to break, thanks to Coyote Pond for their support of the stream. Coyote Pond, 5804 Northwest 63rd Street, back in War Acres for the home of the $20 FFL transfer. John, I'm going to take a break. 4:16 left to go in the fourth. I need a drink of water.
Is that for me to talk, or are we in a commercial?
Go ahead and talk.
I want to give a shout out to Serve Coffee in downtown Bethany, always taking care of us and specifically me. So thank you, Serve Coffee. Make a great coffee. Go visit them right there in the heart of downtown Bethany, 39th Expressway. They don't have a drive-through, but you don't need it. Go in there, sit down, have a cup of Joe. They got pretty much any kind of coffee you could think of, even tea. Delicious, delicious coffee.
I think I've asked you this before, but what's your go-to order there?
So I like their Prairie Dog. It's a little cinnamon and vanilla, so I get it half sweet as a latte, and then just even a vanilla cortado. Cortado means to cut. You get a little steamed milk in it. It's really good.
We've made it back to the fourth. Clock is running. Douglass has ball. Just over 4 minutes left to play in this quarter. 30-26, Douglass leads by 4. Notably, 14 fouls on the Bethany Broncos here. It's another late quarter where fouls could be trouble.
Now, Coach Alexander is going to the stall technique here, and so Bethany quickly switches to man. You can't stay in a zone, but Douglass maybe wants them in a man. We'll see how it plays. Griner almost stole it.
That was excellent hustle right there from Seth Griner. Got around the hip of Trevor Snelly. Snelly never saw him coming. Kiefer, the on-ball defender against House. Looks like they were having a little bit of words right there, but it's settled down now. House to inbound here for Douglass. He stands on the right line. Goes real quick to number 4, Xavion Bates, right back to House. Kiefer comes out to greet him. 3:40 left to go. House looking to his left. Sees nothing that way, directing traffic. Brady's in front of him, matched up on Jamel Morris. House goes to the logo, now back to his left. Kiefer has not moved from his hip. Morris brings it back out to the half-court line. Brady still stands on him. Looking to his left, to his right, he has Bates. Now down to his left, he has number 5, Zuo Kiboka. Morris just hanging on to it. 3:17 left to go now. Brady on him, but not right in front of his face. Now there's an attempted trap. Morris gets past 3 defenders, goes all the way to the rim. No good, no fouls. Brady comes down with the rebound. That should be a foul on Morris.
So what Douglass did there for our listening audience, they tried to kill as much clock. So they had Morris out where Brady had to guard him. Well, Brady can't get super close because Morris is faster. And if he doesn't cover him, the ref won't count. You only have 5 seconds if someone's guarding you closely. Well, finally he went to the hole, missed. Bethany now has the basketball.
Grinder on the inbounds, found in Jagger. She goes with a high pass to Kiefer. Kiefer up to Chapman on the right side. Chapman has 2 defenders on him. Jump pass back to Kiefer, still on that right side. A feed to the other end of the floor. Then Jaggers goes up with the left hand. Brady got the rebound on his putback. He was fouled.
Jaggers had a chance with that left. It was just a little hard on that rebound or that layup attempt. Brett Brady with another board. Is he at 10?
I have him
9?
at 12.
Oh, gosh. He's already over.
Brady back to the line. 14 fouls on both sides. Brady able to hit his first. I also have him at 7 of 11 from the free throw line. Just not too bad. Chapman comes out of the game. Weaver back on the floor. Again, I thought that Coach Anderson, Coach Holiday both recognized that these trips at the free throw line are going to be what makes or breaks this game for both sides. Now with 14 fouls on both, I wonder how they're going to play this coming out of this free throw.
Probably got to stay in a man just so that the clock isn't something Douglas can just kill.
Brady goes 2 of 2 on his trip to the line. He's now shooting 75% from the charity stripe. Bounce pass to Morris, standing at the free throw line. He goes back out to the left side with Zuakiboka. He brings number 2, Trevor Snelly, over, but doesn't go to him yet. Standing right in front of his own bench, just waiting. 2.5 left to play. House working back to that same left side. He has Denton Jaggers on him. Jaggers trying to get the steal on House. He makes a couple hard steps with the left hand before backing it up. 2:24. Number 2, Trevor Snelly now with the ball. He has Griner on him. Weaver, look at him coming up to defend against the cut. But he'll go back out to number 5, Zuakaboko. He's trying to go all the way to the rim. Jump pass out. Kingston Hall doesn't take the shot from 3. Hall brings it back out to the logo. Just over 2 minutes left to play. Hall all the way to his left. It's a 2-3 look from Douglas here. They're really trying to space out the floor. House gets in a rough position. 3-on-3 matchup, he and Weaver. House up the left side. Crossover move. Weaver got the pick. Weaver with the steal. 2-on-1 fast break. Leading ahead to Griner. Euro step. Trying to get it to him. Punched out from behind. Whoa, but they're going to say out on Bethany and everyone on this side of the floor.
And they're going to talk about it. They're going to switch the call.
Okay. I was about to say everyone on this side of the floor yelled, even the neutral parties.
Great steal. Picked House's pocket.
Kiefer on the inbounds, 1:51 left to go, and looks like a timeout taken.
Yeah, Holiday knew the 5-second count was coming, which has kind of been an Achilles heel, just the baseline out of bounds play for Bethany. He's going to drop something here. 2-point game. We're under 2, Luke. Oh, my goodness. It's too late for this kind of stress.
I think it's not late enough.
Oh. Well, we don't want overtime. Let's just do it. Let's put it away here in the 4th.
Thanks to Blake Nightingale State Farm for his support of the stream. Blake Nightingale also sponsors our player awards at the end of this game. So win or lose, we'll award a player of the game. And Blake Nightingale, he insures home, life, auto, business, and much, much more. Thanks to Blake Nightingale for his support of the broadcast.
Let's talk about these fans. The Bethany crowd is here in numbers. They're probably triple the amount of Douglas fans, and that's not a slam on Douglas. They've got fans here, but boy, Bethany knows how to show up and cheer on their teams, and they are definitely in a strong showing for our Broncos tonight.
Yeah, not to mention how weird a night this has been with the storm moving in, the tornado warning, the hail we had. There was a slight delay to all these games. It ended up being about 20-25 minutes, but we're still making pretty good time. It's 10:43 p.m. Central Time. And once again, we want to thank everybody that is tuning in, whether you're on YouTube or Live 365. We very much appreciate it.
I can't believe it's a 4-3 quarter. I mean, this has been a low-scoring game, but it's playoff basketball.
All
Let
right.
it go home.
Bethany has ball on their own side of the floor. Inbounds to Griner. Catch and shoot for Griner. Left side, off the front of the rim, no good. Douglas coming down for the rebound. There's an elbow into the face of Griner. What? A foul on Griner? What are they doing?
This was egregious. Kaboka, he swung his elbow, and Griner's face is there, and they call a foul on Griner.
That was the most blatant offensive foul you could ever see, and that is not an overstatement.
I'm wondering, and this is speculation, but it's the official that had his call overturned. If he, sometimes you can get in your feelings, and maybe it was in his feelings on that call.
The free throw taken is knocked down by Zuakiboka. I mean, it sends the wrong guy to the line, too. He's a great shooter, and I just can't believe that one.
First off, Griner had a great look at 3, almost knocked it down, just a little short, and so he comes up there and he takes a swinging elbow and somehow gets called for the foul.
The second free throw, this one up and good as well. That's just killer to any momentum when you get a terrible call like that and the guy knocks down 2 free throws. Bethany's trying to battle back. Weaver has it beyond the right wing, 4-point deficit. Going over to Chapman. Chapman with the lob to Brady. Brady able to haul it down. 2 defenders on him, and he's fouled going up. Brady will head back to the line, and now both teams, John, in bonus for the final minute 32.
And when points are at a premium, getting them at the line is so advantageous. The Trojans just hit 2. Brady needs to match as he took a hard foul.
32-28, the free throw. That one bounces around, but it falls. 32-29, Brady brings it back to a 1-possession game. He's got one more coming here. Denton Jaggers to his right. Weaver, Kiefer, and Griner behind him. He lines it up and lets it fly. Got them both. And those are big free throws from Brady. 90 seconds. All the time left in this game. Both squads in bonus. Griner, the on-ball pressure against Trevor Snelly, well beyond the right wing. Snelly brings it back to the middle of the floor. Bounce pass down low. Got it to House. House going up against Weaver. Goes up against two defenders. Can't come down with the bucket. A lot of contact underneath and a whistle blown. Brady trying to contest it. Looks like we're sending a white jersey to the line. Clock stopped at a minute 15. Did you hear who they said that was going up against?
No, but Morris is the one that's going to go to the line. Senior, been in some battles before.
Looks like it's going on Weaver. All right, so here we go. Jamel Morris takes a shot. Got it. Still a one-possession game, 33-30.
Now, if he makes it, I would imagine Douglass goes immediately to a press. So him missing this could help Bethany kind of get set up offensively.
The shot. He got it. 34-30, back out to a 4-point game. A minute 15, only 75 seconds. Jaggers knows it. He's going in a hurry. Gets a screen from Brady all the way up the left side of the floor. Has to bring it out. Trying to get a bounce pass to Brady on the wing, but it's knocked out of bounds by House.
So Coach Alexander, he opted against the press and just went full court man, and they're going to stay in this man as we throw from the sideline.
Chapman inbound. Wants the lob to Brady. Got it on the touchdown pass. Brady hit from behind, and he's going to the line.
Has Brady hit 10 free throws? He's either 9 or 10.
I've got him at currently 10 of 14.
Back shooting 2. He's been really good. 10 out of 14 from the line.
Yeah, needless to say, he got the double-double. Big free throws once again for the young Breck Brady. Shots up. He got the first.
20 out of the 31 points to the sophomore.
That is ridiculous. Did you say 20 out of the 31?
That's right.
That's nearly 2/3.
You think he's been important tonight?
Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Brady trying to make it 21 on his scoring total. The shot's up. No good off the front of the rim, but Jaggers got the offensive board. Goes right back to Brady on the right side. He feeds to Jaggers, and Jaggers lays it in for 2.
1-point game.
1-point game. 54 seconds. 34-33. One defensive stop, John. One defensive stop.
Coach Alexander wants to talk about it. Can he hold for one shot? I don't know. I think we're going to put a lot of pressure. He's got something to talk about in this huddle.
Oh, I don't know, man. My heart can't take it.
What were your Coyote Pond keys to the game? Hang around. Have a shot here at the end. That's exactly what's happened with Bethany.
I mean, you're exactly right. That's exactly what has happened. Let's go to a 30-second break. We're back here shortly.
Have you ever wondered where so many of those customers go after getting stiffed at car repair places or trying to sell them repairs they don't need on their car? Hey, they go to Cherokee Hills Automotive at 6822 Northwest 63rd between Rockwell and MacArthur, building a strong resume of comeback customers since 1983, using tools of integrity. Call Cherokee Hills Automotive today, 405-721-2023. That's 405-721-2023 for an appointment. Where hometown friendly honest service lives at Cherokee Hills Automotive, 6822 Northwest 63rd between Rockwell and MacArthur.
Congratulations to the Bethany Broncos girls and guys on their playoff run. From Craig Thomas, DVM, proud supporters of the Bethany community back in Bethany, Oklahoma. Thanks to Craig Thomas, DVM, for their support. Douglass has ball, 50.2. They inbound it high. They go right to Zuokiboka. He's trying to get past Griner, and the whistle blown. Are we taking that timeout here?
Yeah.
Yes, we are. Okay.
Coach Alexander did not like what they had set up. Maybe he just kind of wanted to see what Bethany would do. I don't think there was any surprise. They stayed in their man-to-man defense. I think Coach Alexander's probably thinking about Morris. How can we get Morris the ball? He's got 17 points. He's been doing really well in the second half. He had 6 in the first half, and now he's got 11. So he's kind of been their key player.
I mean, you got to credit that right there to Seth Griner for causing that timeout, but is it just me, or has Douglas's game plan been the same from the very beginning? Like, they should know what they're going for, right?
Right. Yeah, you would think that he's not necessarily drawing up something differently right now, and maybe he is after seeing something a matchup maybe he was surprised by. But when you're up 1, you got 46 seconds, you don't have to shoot, But the thing is, Bethany's got to realize that too, and if this clock dwindles 20, 15 seconds and nothing's happening, they're going to need to foul and send Douglass to the line, which will be shooting 2. But Coach Alexander's reminding them, hey, we're in the lead. We don't have to shoot. We're trying to kill this clock, but Bethany's going to ramp up the intensity right now.
34-33, Douglass still has ball. To inbound is Kingston Hall. A couple players hit the deck. Bethany fans again looking for foul. He gives it right to Weaver. Weaver to Jaggers on the fast break. One-on-one. Couldn't get the layup. Kiefer got the rebound, and he's fouled.
First off, Jaggers was fouled. No call. Kiefer going to the line to take the lead.
They handed the ball to Weaver. They said, here you go, take it and run. We don't want it. 40.7 as Kiefer goes to the line to shoot free throws for the first time himself.
What was that play? Coach Alexander didn't draw that up, did he?
I don't know.
Did he say give it to Bethany?
Kiefer takes a shot. Oh, it rims in and out. He's got one more and a chance to tie it. Kiefer going to take his time getting back to the free throw line.
He just joined the basketball team as playoffs started, and now he's at the line to tie the game in the first round of state.
His second, got that one, tie game.
Who said overtime?
34-34, 40 seconds left to play. Douglass will have ball back. One more stop, John, one more stop. House to bring it up the floor on the left side. It's again the 3-on-3 matchup with Weaver. House going behind the back, trying to go to the left. Weaver gets in front of him, trying to get the pick. House goes all the way to the block. He lays it through, and it rolls around and falls. 24 seconds left to go. Clock still running. Weaver looking up to Kiefer on the left side. Kiefer goes all the way to the wing before slowing it down. Now he's trying to get to the corner. Can't get past House. Brings it back out to the wing all the way to the free throw line, nearly losing the dribble. There was a whistle blown away from the ball. A timeout taken.
Well, House has been quiet, and then all of a sudden he showed up. That ball went all the way around that rim before it fell in, almost fell the other way, Bethany's way. But Coach Holliday didn't like the little helter-skelter. We've got plenty of time, 15 seconds. And we've been in this possession in some tournaments, Luke, where we've drawn up a play to either tie it to send it to overtime or even win. So we still got a chance, ladies and gentlemen.
36, 34, 15.5, all the time left in this game. I'll say left in regulation. Oh, man. 20 points for Breck Brady. I'm looking at the scoring totals right now. 20 for Breck. But on the other side, number 5, Zuki Boca has 10. Number 13, Jamel Morris has 17. And number 3, Madi House now has 9.
With 2 of the biggest ones of the game just coming seconds ago.
Now, John, House is playing with 4 personal fouls.
Yeah, I don't think any of this matters now. Douglass is thinking one stop. Since a 2 can tie it, I don't think there's any kind of like foul situation here. You just play this all the way out. Coach Holliday, I don't know if he's going to put in Brobston. Might want to get one more shooter out there. Let's see if he just rolls with the starting 5. Well, he's going to go with Kiefer instead of Griner. So no, I'm wondering if we're going into Brady just to try to tie it, or if he goes for the win. We'll find out.
All right, here we go. Kiefer to inbound. He's on the left line. Chapman in front of him. Weaver making his move to the corner. He goes to Weaver. Weaver trying to pick up the dribble. He lost it. It's going back to Douglass. A lost dribble on the left line. Brady pleading for a foul call. Douglass, their fans celebrating on the other side of the floor. Griner coming back into the game. Only about 2 seconds came off the clock. It's at 12.8. And Griner, of course, more of a defensive specialist, if you will. He's matched up 5-on-5 with Kaboka. The inbounds go straight in. Kiefer tries to hit it from behind. Nearly a lost river for Snelly. He picks it up. Kiefer hits him in the face, and there's the foul. Now, here's a new guy at the line we haven't seen, Trevor Snelly.
Yeah, he hasn't scored at all, and now he's in a pressure situation to try and put this game away.
And if he hits 2, he's got to hit 2 for this to be effectively iced. 36-34, going 1 of 2 doesn't help. Going 0 of 2 doesn't help even more. Snelly.
Yeah.
Oh, man. You and I are both thinking the same thing. He missed the first.
Yeah, Snell's a junior. No Trojans back. He's going to be by himself with a bunch of Broncos to try and get this to a 3-point game.
Oh, that's a big first miss. His second. He got that one, but it doesn't help. Bethany will need a 3, but it's still only one possession. Kiefer to inbound. Chapman, Weaver, Jaggers coming out to help. A bounce pass to Jaggers. Clock is running. 7 seconds, 6 seconds. Jaggers steps up to the left wing, goes to Chapman in the corner. He puts up a contested 3. Off the back of the rim, no good. Fight for the rebound. Douglass has it. This game's over. 37-34, your final.
What a game. And Douglass knows that they were just in a battle. They are celebrating as if they won the championship, running out onto the court. Brilliant, valiant effort from Bethany. Chapman's shot just off iron. Douglass wins by 3.
He had 2 defenders on him and still put up a pretty good shot right there. I mean, I don't want to be the salty home team broadcaster, but we know. We know.
I will say, Chapman, I think he on the pump fake, hoping to get one of them up in the air. Credit to Douglass for not jumping on that pump fake. So it made a very difficult shot. Would have been just a miracle if it would have dropped. But Douglass survives and advances. Bethany, do not hold your heads low. Hold them high. You played an outstanding game, had every chance to win it. Just couldn't convert in the last few seconds.
So that's where it ends. Again, Douglass wins. They survive. 37-34. The Trojans, the #1 team in the state bracket, going on to round 2. We're going to go to a quick break. We'll be back for the post-game show where we'll award player of the game, so stick around for that. A heartbreaker for the Bethany Broncos, but man, they played their hearts out. They battled all the way to the very end, and as John says, nothing to hang the head about. We're back in just a few, folks.
At the home of the Gotta Have It, you'll find Apple Tree Antique Gallery, located in the heart of downtown Bethany at 6740 Northwest 39th Expressway. Enjoy spacious shopping with up to 77 unique vendors across more than 10,000 square feet, offering everything from jewelry and clothing to one-of-a-kind treasures and so much more. Don't miss our third Friday weekend specials every month. And yes, we're open Sundays. Call us at 495-0602. Apple Tree Antique Gallery in Bethany, home of the Gotta Have It.
To the next level at Coyote Pond, home with a $20 FFL transfer. Coyote Pond at 5804 Northwest 63rd and MacArthur makes the difference in customer service with a selection of just about everything with top dollar loans and rock bottom prices. Locally owned and operated, Coyote Pond is the destination headquarters for Bethany, Yukon, and Oklahoma City, and the home of the $20 FFL transfers. Call 405-470-7999 or go to coyotepond.com. That's 405-470-7999 and coyotepond.com.
C&J Sporting Goods at 6604 Northwest 38th Street has been serving Bethany and the Metro for over 30 years, with 3 generations ready to serve you with the best shopping experience of product knowledge and customer service anywhere, with a wide selection of guns, ammo, ear and eye protection, law enforcement equipment, hunting, camping, and survival gear. If they don't have it, they will order it for you. Veteran owned and family operated. Call 405-789-8102. C&J Sporting Goods.
All right, folks, we welcome you back from break. It's time for the post-game show where we award the Blake Nightingale Player of the Game. But first, a little bit of final stats. Breck Brady finishes with 21 points and 12 rebounds for a double-double on his night. The sophomore left it all out on the floor, as did many of his teammates. Next closest was Denton Jaggers, who had 5 and 3 rebounds. Griner had 2 points to his name with 2 rebounds. Chapman and Kiefer both hit 3, though Chapman and Kiefer did different ways. Kiefer hit a 2 and an and 1. And Chapman hit his 3 to eventually total 34 points in this narrow loss to one of the better teams in the state, John.
Yeah, and it hurts for sure. You had a chance to win this game. You fought with your heart on your sleeve, played really well. And just kind of looking over some of the numbers, Brady, of course, just outstanding. We just couldn't get much going elsewhere. Denton Jaggers, he had 5 and 4 rebounds, but no one else was even close. And so team-wise, it's been such a team effort for this group all season. They've passed the ball well. We just kind of couldn't get the shot to fall. Only 3 assists for us. So overall, though, playoff basketball is just different. It's more intense. It's physical, and you saw that here, and they rose to the challenge. They played really well. No one expected them to win outside of Bethany in our community. Everyone else had written them off as, hey, you're facing the Giants. You're going to go down. But, boy, they had every chance to win it. Just couldn't get it done tonight. But a great game overall, and they have a lot to be proud of to make it to state and play so well.
I wholeheartedly agree with you there. I mean, what could be said about this team that we haven't said a million times? They're one of the most fun to follow, some of the best guys around. And although maybe the three-point shooting went cold there at the end, although occasionally the fouls might have gotten out of trouble, ultimately, if you're asking me, I kind of think Bethany was the better team tonight.
You know what? You might be right, Luke. The scoreboard doesn't indicate it. There were some tough calls here in the Coliseum.
I mean, anytime we all react like that and it goes out live on air, that's hard to ignore, isn't it?
Yeah. You got to give Douglass credit. They're battle-tested. They've won championships before in the past. And this team, they could have given up. They kept fighting, and they ended up pulling it out. But I think, if anything, Bethany showed there's a kryptonite there. They did not handle that zone well. And if you've got athletic guards like the Broncos do, you close out well. Douglass, they've got a lot of work on if they want to reach their ultimate goal of getting that gold ball. That was not a good step for them. It was to win and to move on, but there were some problems there revealed for this Trojan team.
Now, credit again, as John said, to Douglass. Jamel Morris really showed up in a big way. 6 of 12 from 2. He hit 5 of 7 free throws for 17 points on his total. He also had Zua Kaboka put up 2 out of 5 from beyond the arc, assisted with 2 free throws and a 2 himself for 10. And, of course, House. I mean, we pointed him out, Matty House, as the player to watch. And once again, he shows up for his team. Matty House, 3 of 9 total field goals. He hit 50% of his shots from beyond the arc, finished with 9. Well, John, it's at the end of our broadcast. Thanks to everybody who has been tuned in. But before we go, your player of the game.
None other than Breck Brady. There's many games this season it's just like, hey, it's Breck. But we'd kind of spread the love around. But tonight, there's no doubt. You've got to give it to the big fella, the sophomore, who's a D1 football recruit. Basketball's not his number one sport, but if he focused on basketball like he played tonight, that kid would go to the collegiate level for sure. So he played really, really well. Numbers don't lie, but just even his effort on both ends, played a lot of minutes tonight, was crucial. You don't have Breck Brady tonight, you don't have a chance. And so Breck fought his tail off. Thanks for Brady and his family and their love for the Bethany community, but a great job from Breck Brady.
All right, folks, we have wrapped up our broadcast here from the OG&E Coliseum just past 11 p.m. Central Time, so we all got to get on our way. John's not a fan of that one.
Whoa, I'm old, man.
Hey, thanks to everybody that tuned in, who's been watching on YouTube, listening along, and also on the GospelStation.com Sports and Talk. We do want to give one more thank you from our sponsors, especially, Craig Thomas, DVM, proud supporters of the Bethany community. They joined us tonight to especially wish these Bethany Broncos congratulations on their run.
Hey, and you know what? We also need to say this. I'm thankful for you, Luke. This is my last basketball game for the season, obviously, and so thankful for GSN Sports and Talk. Thankful for Daniel. Thankful for Mike. Thankful for our group and the work that they do and how we are trying to do our best for Bethany sports. And so it's always an honor to do this. And so thank y'all for letting me be a part of it. Go Broncos.
John, it was fun. I couldn't have had a better color guy come on for all these games. And you did some play-by-play this year too, which was always great.
Even while I did color, that's part of the problem, but that's all right.
We're getting out of here, folks. Have a great rest of your night. From the OG&E Coliseum, Luke Young, John Hickman signing